Welcome back to my channel. If you've ever picked up a Lincoln penny dated 1978 or 1979, you probably didn't think twice about it. Most people don't. These coins feel modern, extremely common, and easy to ignore, which is why they continue to pass through countless hands every single day without any inspection. But among collectors and experienced dealers, these years are not dismissed so quickly, and there are quiet reasons for that. The 1978 Lincoln penny was struck during a time when pennies were heavily used in everyday transactions. Because of that, the vast majority of examples today show noticeable wear. Lincoln's hair and facial features are often flat, the lettering can appear weak, and the fields are usually covered with marks from decades of circulation. That's why collectors don't focus on the date alone. They focus on condition. A 1978 penny with sharp details, clean surfaces, and original mint luster stands out immediately because far fewer survive in that state than most people realize. Strike quality plays an important role with this year. When examining a 1978 penny, look closely at Lincoln's hair above the ear, the sharpness of the jawline, and the clarity of the lettering in Liberty and the date. On the reverse, check the Lincoln Memorial carefully. Strong columns, clear steps, and well-defined lettering indicate a better strike, and collectors pay attention to those details. Errors are another major reason collectors carefully inspect 1978 pennies. Doubling in the date or lettering, where numbers or letters appear thicker or slightly offset, can point to a doubled die. Die cracks may appear as raised lines running across the design, while die chips can show up as small blobs of metal in unexpected places. These errors are often subtle and easy to miss, which is why patience matters. Off-center strikes are also something to watch for. If the design is noticeably shifted and part of the rim or lettering is missing, that penny becomes far more interesting to collectors. Broad strikes, where the coin lacks a proper rim, and planchet flaws that cause rough or uneven surfaces are also worth a closer look. Now move on to the 1979 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it appears no different, but the situation is very similar. Most 1979 pennies have been heavily circulated, and clean, well-struck examples are becoming harder to find each year. Collectors search for coins with strong strikes, minimal wear, and original surfaces that have not been altered or cleaned. When checking a 1979 penny, pay close attention to the overall sharpness and surface quality. Look at Lincoln's facial features, the strength of the lettering, and the details of the Lincoln Memorial. A penny with clear definition and even a small amount of original luster deserves a second look because it is no longer common in circulation. Errors also appear on 1979 pennies, and these are the coins collectors hope to find. Doubling in the date or lettering, die cracks running through the design, clipped planchets where part of the coin is missing, and off-center strikes all add collector appeal. Some pennies show weak strikes in certain areas, and when compared to normal examples, those differences can become very clear. One of the biggest mistakes people make with pennies from these years is cleaning them. Cleaning removes the original mint surface and can instantly destroy collector value. Even if a penny looks dark or dull, it is always better to leave it exactly as it is. Collectors value originality far more than shine. Good lighting is essential when examining pennies. Tilt the coin under the light and watch how the surface reflects. Use a magnifying glass if you have one. Look closely at the edges of the letters, the rims, and the texture of the coin. Many valuable pennies are overlooked simply because people don't slow down and examine these small details. Right now, 1978 and 1979 Lincoln pennies are still hiding everywhere, in old jars, drawers, bank rolls, inherited collections, and everyday pocket change. Dealers and collectors quietly pull the best examples whenever they find them. And once those coins enter collections, they rarely return to circulation. That means the opportunity window slowly narrows over time. The more people spend these pennies without checking them, the fewer high-quality and error examples remain available. By the time most people recognize what to look for, the best coins are already gone. Before you spend another penny, take a moment to check the date. Look closely at your 1978 and 1979 Lincoln pennies. One small detail, a strong strike, doubled lettering, a die crack, or an unusually well-preserved surface could turn an ordinary 1-cent coin into something collectors are willing to pay more to own. Knowing what to look for now puts you ahead of the crowd, and that awareness can make all the difference.